Today we're going to discuss the Pecron E1000 LFP portable battery power station. My name is Jim, and I'm half of the channel Airstreamer. My wife and I travel the U.S. in our Airstream named Gemini and bring you adventures from all around North America. We also do product reviews, such as this one, of the Pecron power station. Power seems to always be in short supply when you're boondocking, and portable power stations like this can really provide a needed benefit. Pecron did send us this power station for review, but they have no input at all over what we do as a review or how we review this power station. Let's discuss some of the features of the Pecron power station. First, let me turn it on. Simply pressing the power button turns this on, and right now we're almost fully charged. I'm at a 96% power level. Once turning on the Pecron power unit, you simply select if you want to run the AC inverter and power your 20 amp outlets, or if you're going to be using the DC power outlets on this. Now, this will provide AC and DC output, and on the Pecron, as you can see, there are 5 AC outlets right here. Each one is a 20 amp outlet. 1800 watts maximum output. There's also a DC output area with a 20 amp, 5 amp, and 10 amp output. The 10 amp is your standard, what we used to call cigarette lighter output. I believe we now call it a power port or a power station output. It also has 2 high output USB-C outlets, total of 100 watts for the 2 outlets. And a couple of our old style standard USB-A outlets. 18 watts total for these 2 outputs. The Pecron power station is attractive in its appearance, this dark gray, charcoal black you could call it, with the orange accents and nice rubber corner guards to help protect it from any shocks or drops. Let's look at some of the charging options for this power station. First off, there is an AC power inlet with a 20 amp breaker for quick and easy charging when you have an AC input available. It also has this extra battery port so that you can wire an additional pack to create more energy or longer lasting power. To charge the Pecron on the DC input, there's a DC input charging right here, which has a 2-prong port and a switch for 8 amp and 20 amp inputs. Now, this is very important because some of the DC charging you use would be able to charge at 20 amps for a much quicker charge, and some would not be. And the switch selects that, and that is something to be careful of when you're charging this. Let's discuss that in a little more detail. Included in the accessory bag that comes with the Pecron power station is a couple of different charging devices, one of which is this cigarette lighter or power port. Now, if you plug this into the Pecron unit like this, and are able to plug this into a high output device that'll take this cigarette lighter plug, you can switch this to the 20 amp. But again, that's your absolute maximum input. If you're using a power port on most vehicles, like we used on our Ford truck when we were in Quartzsite to charge this, you need to switch this to the 8 amp because that's all of the amperage those outlets can provide. They were never designed to provide the kind of high amperage output that this can take for a charge. If you leave that set up to the 20 amp and plug this into a standard cigarette lighter in your truck or tow vehicle, you'll probably burn out the wiring in your tow vehicle, and that's never fun. We've used up almost all the power on our Pecron power station. So we're going to try to charge this for the first time using the truck. We've got about a maybe 3.5 hour drive today. So we're going to plug this into the cigarette lighter or power port on the truck, and we're going to charge the Pecron as we drive. Now, one of the things about this is on this DC input for charging, it does have an 8 amp or 20 amp switch. This is a manual switch that you do need to pay attention to. The wiring for the cigarette lighter or power point does not have enough wiring to do that. So you need to switch this to the 8 amp and then just plug this in. Simply just plug this in. And then when I start the truck, this should start charging right away. So I'm going to hop around that side and we're going to start the truck and see how that works. And just like that, it started to charge. Also included is a charging cable designed for solar panel input. They have their own proprietary solar panels, but also these are a standard solar panel connector. So to charge, this would simply, again, plug right into here, and then your solar panels would connect, both your negative lead and your positive lead, very clearly marked, but of course they are kind of a universal fit how they go. Plug these into solar panels, and again, you could be on that 20 amp, and this will charge right from the solar panels. The Pecron E1000 LFP has a built-in MPPT controller to manage the charge from your solar panels. And of course, for AC charging, it does have your standard AC outlet, the 3-prong here, and the 3-prong here, so that you can plug this into a 15 amp circuit and this will fully charge. We did test this Pecron E1000 LFP when we were at Quartzsite. Let's look at that.
Okay, so we've got the Instant Pot plugged into the Pecron. How do I turn this on?
So the power button that's right there, see it right by the screen? It's right there. Yep.
Okay.
You're just going to push and hold that till it lights up. There you go. And how much power does it say we have right now?
95%.
95. All right. And then you have to turn on the AC. See the button there? It says AC, and yeah.
Hold it.
Yep. And it should. There it goes. See, it just lit up a little different.
And the Instant Pot just came on.
Nice.
Okay, so then I just...
You're going to use it's just like it's plugged in a wall now.
Yeah, so I just set it to, I want to saute. Start. Okay. And then I'll get my butter and olive oil in there. And after it's cooked for a little bit, then we will add in the rest of the ingredients, which will be the cubed ham, heavy cream, and parsley, and should be yummy. We just got back, and let's see what we have left.
It says there's 2 minutes left in your timer.
2 minutes to cook, and we're at 3%. It did it.
Yeah.
Yay!
So do you want to open it up, see what it looks like? Do you get a spoon, stir it up maybe?
Okay.
So far, I've been absolutely thrilled with the build quality and the reliability of this Pecron Power Pack. We're really excited to be able to test it out in more real-world conditions as we leave Arizona and head north to Michigan on our Mission 26 trip. Do you use some type of portable power station with your RV? Let me know in the comments below. Do you rely on a gas or propane powered generator to provide power when you're boondocking? Again, let us know in the comments below. We'll be sure to bring you reviews from the road as we continue to use and operate the Pecron E1000 LFP power station. I'm Jim for Airstreamer, and we'll see you down the road.